It's very difficult for audiences today to hear this music without hearing it as being an attack on Jews.
I mean, this can be an issue, especially for Jewish members of the choir who are singing this, but we really just focused on it as a musical project, it seemed to me.
By emphasizing the message of the gospel, Bach also emphasizes some anti-Jewish aspects of these texts. For example, when the Jews sing, wir haben ein Gesetz, this very aggressive way of setting it, wir haben ein Gesetz, and also the German language with Gesetz, very, very hard consonants. All this adds to the very aggressive character.
Given a view where faith is a way to achieve redemption and a way to grow, these choruses show the Jews as being wrapped in the law, and they can't get out of it.
Wir haben ein Gesetz, und nach dem Gesetz soll stehen. Wir haben ein Gesetz, und nach dem Gesetz soll stehen. Wir haben ein Gesetz, und nach dem Gesetz soll stehen.
One of the things that makes this so difficult is exactly that it's so well written, that Bach makes it so powerful and so immediate that you're really drawn into these crowd scenes where the Jews are crying out for him to be crucified, crucified, crucified.
And the crowds shout and they cry and they bay. And we decided we must go for the full drama of this, and we mustn't worry about any other consideration, but we should shout out the words crucify, crucify at the tops of our voices and make it as dramatic as I'm sure Bach intended.
In tune, that chord?
I think it's a piece that should be performed. I think it's a piece that should be talked about. I wouldn't change the words. I wouldn't do anything to change it. I still think it's a masterpiece, and I still cry when I hear this piece. And I've always felt that way when I hear Bach. I wouldn't be in this business if it weren't for Bach.
The Gospel of John itself I sort of see as a smoldering fire. And the question is, anyone who's commenting on it when they're writing a musical setting in Bach's day, they have, crudely speaking, they have two choices. They can either pour water on it or gasoline on it. And most composers opt to pour gasoline on it. And I think every reasonable listener nowadays will see that Bach is not pouring gasoline, but water on that story, on that problem. The reasonable people might differ, however, on whether they think the smoldering fire has been put out.
I treasure this music. But yet I want to look at what makes it so hard, and to hear the Jews say, no, no, not, to not be able to grow, to not be able to change, to be unsympathetic, to call for the release of a murderer. This is troublesome.